Hello, everybody, and welcome back to One Nation of Gamers Hearthstone Summer Circuit. I'm your host, Nimsh, and I'm joined by Hyped, my co host. We are going into the final Eldritch versus Shoop, and we are going to see some Dragon Druid action.
Yep, Dragon Druid. We got Onyxia. We got Neff. I love Neff, but I mean, you don't see Onyxia that often. And it's been a while since I've seen an Onyxia Savage Roar.
Oh man, yeah, it's been a while, and also there's a Hungry Dragon in the deck, two of them.
Oh yeah, those are really cool too.
Definitely a very interesting deck. And Rend, oh man, like Rend, come on, there's
I don't know if I can't pretend I'm as excited about the Rend, but I do want to see a Hungry Dragon on turn one. When that card first came out, first got teased, the first thing I thought of was coin Innervate Hungry Dragon. I'm dead. I want to see that.
yeah. All right, so what do you think about the matchups? Eldritch versus Shoop. We see Druids. Wait, Shoop is running Druid and Priest. That's not correct.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of the warlocks. So I'm trying to remember who did. I remember the double ooze warlock, but outside of that, I forgot. I think these guys are both playing handlock though, because there was just the one zoo.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then the warrior is control. Have we seen any patron warriors this tournament? I don't think we have. I don't think anyone brought patron.
We've seen one. Actually, we've seen Eldritch playing Green
Okay,
Patient
yeah, it was
Warrior.
them then.
He won versus Handlock, which was pretty impressive. Like he
Oh,
played it
that's right. That
super
was really
control
nice.
based.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So he's running Green Patient Warrior. He's running that Dragon Druid, and the Warlock was, I believe, Handlock. Where Shoop was running a Paladin. That might be a Paladin. I'm not sure if I don't think players could actually change the deck. So I believe this is still a
Yeah, it was a
Paladin.
paladin. It was the same paladin, except for I think he favored the Azure Drake rather than the Harrison.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so game number one of this final for the European qualifier is going to start. The winner is going to get invited to our feature tournaments, and those guys are getting a lot of GEICO points and World Championship points as well.
Was Shoop the one with the Traxxas and the Rag?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. That's a cool, very heavy deck, which is going to be good against Warrior.
Then
But
again, double execute.
not necessarily Patron Warrior. Okay, Handlock is supposed to be good against Patron Warrior. Eldritch is like changing our minds after that performance, but I'm guessing that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, it's pretty uncommon. Most of the time, you don't have enough. Like Handlock is just putting the big threats. You don't have executes, or you have only one, so you deal with one threat, and then Handlock is just continuing piling those taunt walls, which you can't go through. But this hand is pretty good for Eldritch. Like double execute already. He knows he's playing versus Handlock. Armorsmith, great activator for the execute as well. I would maybe only prefer to have Acolyte of Pain instead of. Oh, look at
There
that!
you
Acolyte
go.
of Pain, perfect.
We do get to see Eldritch on cam too. That's nice.
Yeah, both players having cams. We'll see the expressions. So Eldritch is a poker player, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, from Sweden.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then Shoop is a chess player from US.
Yes.
So again, US versus Europe in this European qualifier.
Shout out to someone that got cut out. Oh, oh, we don't. He tried to. That's okay. Shout out to everybody. Everybody deserves one.
All right, so Acolyte, there is Deathspite as well. Pretty good activator. Double Twilight Drake. So on one end, Shoop should be pretty happy with the double Twilight Drake opening versus this. But then those executes, man, just key cards.
Yeah. So and he's gonna get at least two draws off this acolyte. Um,
So he's basically Eldritch is trying to get Warsong and Frauding. Patrons are fine. Like patrons
yeah, he
won in
won
the
with
game last
patron
time.
somehow last game.
Yeah, like normally you just win with big Frauding after Deathspite. Sometimes it even happens on turn 6 or 7. Like I think turn 7 is like a sweet spot. Like you want Handlock to play something like Sylvanas Dorison on 6, or like his 7 without taunts, and then you have Deathspite set up, and you go with Warsong, Frauding, Deathspite, Whirlwind Kill. Like most of the time it works based on the damage on both players and the minions that are left.
Did you catch that last turn? That's pretty interesting from him. Instead of trading the Acolyte in, which most people do, he went face and he put a Fiery on and went face with that as well. So pushing a lot of damage, making the Hellfire really scary. And then he can execute next turn if he wants.
Yeah,
He
pretty
knows
interesting.
this. Yeah, he knows this has to be Hellfired or Shadowflame. It seems like that's kind of Eldritch's game plan is to really force out the AoEs early, force Shoop to have them, and force him to use them on boards that he kind of doesn't want to.
It worked out. It worked out last time, and we will see if it works this time. What would you do? Would you just maybe Shadow Flame? Or
I think I'd go for the Hellfire Mortal Coil there.
So many possibilities.
because
Actually, Belcher's
yeah, can you
actually
Belcher?
pretty good too.
Almost out of
Belcher seems fine.
I was just looking at Eldritch's hand. It's interesting. It's got 2 executes as taunts, and then it's got 16 points of weapon damage. Which will be interesting. I mean, he just likes winning without Warsong and Frothing, I think. So he'll do it with Grim Patrons without charge, and he'll do it with just weapons, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to do some crazy things. You're unfavored, so you got to find new ways to win or take high risk strategies. But they might not even be high risk strategies. They might just be new strategies that we're not used to.
Definitely. I like the strategy that he's taking here. It's definitely something that I've not expected, and it worked for him. Let's see if it works this time.
Yeah, so his hand really opened up with those Acolyte draws and the natural draw. So now he has a Battle Rage and a second Acolyte. So he's like, okay, I don't have to go all in if I don't want to now. I have options. It seemed like he kind of wanted to like pair the executes for his like kill before he drew. But now he's gonna go ahead and use one. He figures those drakes are gonna get taunted at some point. Gonna have to execute him at some point.
What do you think about just attacking the second Drake to get some damage on you to enable Battle Rage, and then you
Yeah, it's
execute
fine
the
with
Drake,
it.
and you play
Uh,
Death's Bite on empty without
Yeah.
attack?
Well, he's even one step ahead of us because he wants to do all of that, but he wants to get the Death Spite to go off next turn. Actually, yeah, but he went face too. But he still has the
he's just
option to.
gambling.
Yeah, he's a poker
Nope.
player, so it's a
Yeah,
calculated
exactly.
gamble.
He says that you don't have the Molten Giants, and I'm just going to rush you with that execute.
Yeah, or just that's my best way of winning this game.
Conceding the
So
second execute is nice, by the way, because Shoop, like seeing one execute, he might say, hey, there is no second execute, because he would probably execute my Drake, right? So right now, conceding the second execute might be important for him.
yeah, so Shoop needs a double taunt. Okay, so is the heal gonna do it? Okay, I'm just a little upset. But now he has the option to do Battle Rage. Oh, and Emperor. Okay, it's tough. Okay, so Emperor hits. Actually, Emperor doesn't hit any relevant cards.
Yeah, that doesn't do
It's
much.
basically a worthless Emperor. Hits the Execute is the most useful one. I guess you can Battle Rage on your big turn because it's going to cost 1, but it's pretty useless Emperor.
I think this is the Battle Rage turn for sure. I would go Acolytes. I would
But look
attack
how
into...
awkward it is with the... yeah, he can't attack into the... He has to attack into the Drake because he has...
Yeah, attack the Drake.
That's kind of awkward.
Wait, but even... Okay, if you attack the Drake, you actually get damage, even though there is Armor Smith on board. I would still call
Yeah.
Battle Rage after this. Definitely.
Yeah, it looks like a Battle Rage turn, but which one does he hit? And he likes hitting face more than creatures. He might just hit face. No, he feels like he has to clear here. So that's fine. He's going to draw 3. He's probably just going to leave it and execute after it gets taunted, probably. Ooh, that's a nice whirlwind. Looks like he passed, though. Oh, no, he executed.
No,
Battle
it's-
Rage. What?
Yeah, that's definitely a Battle Rage.
Oh, I got confused by the draw off the Acolyte.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he
I
had-
was like, why did he draw a card?
Yeah.
But it's fine now. Still no Warsong though. There is Grommash, potentially 12 points of damage on 8, or even turn 8 because but then
Yeah,
Tori
it's
Sun is
sneaky
still
with
strong.
Rage. Okay, so now he's out of executes, so he's gonna have trouble getting past this, but
If he gets War Song, all right. If he will get War
Yes.
Song, would that be lethal? I believe so. With
Yeah, most
Imperial
likely with the.
Courage. All right, maybe not
Well, you can.
actually.
Yeah, you can Thorson now. Oh man, Shoop is very scared, shaking his head. He's like, I thought this was a good matchup for me. But he's
So many
imagining he
cards.
has the War Song. He doesn't actually have the War Song. But he does have the 12 damage Grom, like you mentioned.
Yeah, but even without War Song, so this hand is really scary. Hitting so many cards with Thorson, and right now
Yeah.
Shoop is also in a position where he has to get an attack into that Thorson. His mana will be a bit limited, like 7 points of mana.
Yeah, he's super scared. Like the best play is obviously Emperor, but you could tell by his reaction to the his opponent's Emperor that he's super scared. He's probably gonna take a non-optimal defensive line right here. But he does have Doctor Boom and Emperor.
Unless he takes the gamble, like you might go with Emperor and take the gamble that you're not dead.
Yeah.
And in fact, he will not be dead unless there is a second Enrage top deck, which is quite funny.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah, I think the Doctor Boom is just a liability at this point. I think you go with the best offensive play is the Emperor, but it looks like he's a little bit scared. But this is still pretty good. It's like the same body, it's just you lose the effect of the Emperor. And he's missing Taunt Givers, but he does have the Shadow Flame for that Watcher.
And he has still like Sludge Belcher. All right, so looking at Eldritch, you might be thinking, hey, he will have Taunt Givers, and I have no more Executes in my deck. So do you go with Death's Bite this turn?
Oh man, yeah, I don't know if you're worried. Yeah, you just have to like push through the taunts with Frothing at this point, right? Do you think he's gonna make patrons? Oh no, he can't with the Lothar.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
also
reasonable. He figures on his turn he's going to use one patron, one frothing, rather than double up on the frothing. He doesn't need that much damage. He just needs more ways to get through taunt, which the patron will give him better options. And then he just goes face with the other frothing.
And actually, Grommash with Death's Bite attack and Inner Rage is lethal. So yeah, like he can go for Sludge Belcher easily, because then he will have attack, slam. He will have enough mana for that. Yeah, 9 points of mana. That will be enough. But there is a heal bot. Shadow Flame, sure.
Okay, interesting.
So we
He's
have
gonna
60
get the
points
same
of
thing with
damage.
Sludge Belcher. Okay.
Still no War Song. Definitely annoying. So you do you slam the? I guess you do slam. You want to get the War Song.
Yeah, and then if you decide to finish it with a Whirlwind, you could make a few patrons if you don't get the War Song. He does have the Hellfire waiting, but...
Oh, he's going for the patrons again, but then this is so late in the game. You will be expecting...
Yeah, he didn't slam first, which is interesting.
I guess you might slam your own patron.
Oh, okay. No, that doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of a... Okay, it didn't hurt him, so... That hurts, though, wasting that last Death by charge. But he has 2 Whirlwinds and a Inner Rage, so I guess you should be okay.
Yeah, like most of the time when I see Green Patron losing, it's when they don't get the War Song. And like without the War Song, you cannot execute the Frothing combo.
Yeah.
It might be valuable. Like, what do you think about keeping War Song in your opening hand versus handlock? If you have the knowledge that you're in fact playing versus handlock, just keep the War Song. It's so important. It's awkward because you want Acolyte and execute, but then again, like if you don't get the War Song, you might just lose.
Yeah, maybe if you have like a Battle Rage to support it, or like an Emperor. Yeah, maybe I think if you had like enough draw cards to go with it, maybe.
All right, so here, a good Hellfire, no weapon, no War Song, and a very tough spot. The Sludge Belcher definitely blocked everything for now. You might consider just hard casting double Corsair and armor up.
Yeah, I think double Corsair is gonna be better than anything you can do with Grom. You saw Shadow Flame into Hellfire. He could even play the Frothing, but I think that's unnecessary risk. He'll get the War Song eventually.
You have to keep the frauding for the war song, yeah. All right, so possibly double Corsair. Oh, Corsair frauding. It is risky, but
Goes for it. He wants to win next turn somehow.
he might be assuming that the situation is so bad
Yeah.
that he has to take the risk. All right, so now it seems like a pretty good Shadow Flame with Farseer and Mortal Coil on top of that. You might be scared though, because there's still somewhere there. There is a Green Patron waiting for you, and that's your last AOE possibly. So there's only 3 cards for now for the Warrior, and what's important, there is no possibility for Battle Rage. Like Warrior is not taking damage, so he can't
That's
even
funny.
cycle Battle Rage. There is the
Alright,
Patron.
Can he do it? He's out of AoE.
Wow, actually, Warlock might have trouble with this. You can Siphon Soul one, kill the other. Can you contain this vermin?
I don't know if he like wouldn't armor up there for the battle rage, but now he went ahead and armored up.
Oh man, and the Sludge Belcher just there is
That
dark.
dark bomb.
So you can Siphon Soul and Dark Bomb. Oh, actually, this makes this is it. You just leave the 5/1 on board.
Yeah,
You're good.
he can't multiply it unless he plays Earth and Ring, but he doesn't have a way to multiply them anyways.
So it seems like Green Patron got disarmed.
Yeah, definitely. He put up a big fight without the card Warsong, the cards we thought he needed. Lots of weapon swings to the face.
Now it's not like you can do much. You basically can kill
Yeah,
it.
I think you. Yeah, I
charge
think you
phase with
rom
Rom.
the slime, and then you have you send the 5/1 patron to face.
Yeah. That's probably the only way. Doing the maximum amount of damage, saving the minion.
So he has
And
Luke
if your
on board.
If your opponent doesn't have anything, if he has empty hands and accidentally clicks on end turn, you actually win.
You know, Owl would be really good because he's gonna Belcher, right? So Owl, but I don't think he plays Owl, but that would be lethal. The Owl top deck.
What about Sludge Belcher? No.
That's what I'm saying. It loses the Owl, but he has to.
Oh yeah. Sludge Belcher, Molten, Ancient. Is there anything he can actually still draw? Like maybe Battle Rage into
Big
War
Owl.
Song? Oh man, he got
Okay.
Battle Rage. Instacast Battle Rage.
So the Dread Corsairs are down. Those would have been cool.
Okay, Ghoul is actually not it.
Yeah, you can't sack the Ghoul because then it's gone.
There is finally the War Song. For the next
Late.
turn. There are no more taunts actually, and he's
Well,
still
you
in
can
the
still go to face for 3.
10.
He takes him to 3. Yeah, he's at 3 HP, but he's got Draxus.
So actually Warson can still win this game. Wow. Wait, yeah. Draxus.
Is he out of Frothings or does he have one more?
I think we've seen one for sure. I'm not sure about the second one. Yeah, but Draxus will be kind of stealing this game. You just attack Draxus.
12. Yeah, Draxus will be at 12, but I don't think he can do 12 that much damage with one card. He'd have to draw like another gnomish into something crazy.
Yeah, even like if you draw the Flooding, it's not doing that much damage. But then he has at least 2 turns. He's not dead next turn.
Okay, that's a good point.
Warsong into Warsong. Just continue piling getting the damage in. It's
So is his
tough,
last
right?
card? Oh no, he's 2 Frothings. Okay, so his last card is. He used 2 Acolytes.
Double Armor Smith, we've seen them. Most of the people play only one. Maybe it's a Loot Hoarder.
Yeah, he chose Death, so.
That was a very close game actually in the final. And the final of ONOG Hearthstone Summer Circuit, sponsored by GEICO. And I want to remind you guys that you can enter our giveaway for a great PC. Just go to the site you can see on screen, which is geico.onog.gg. And the PC is great, TSM branded. You can get a chance to get it. And obviously, check liquidhearth.com for the qualifiers. We are going to have 50 more qualifiers. This is the final of the first one, the EU one. There will be 7 more for EU and 8 more for NA. The NA one starts tomorrow, I believe. I'll definitely check liquidhearth.com for them and sign up, play for free, and end up winning those awesome prizes.
Awesome, awesome.
I'm getting information that the qualifier is at 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for NA. You have to own an NA account to play in it, but that's it. Just register, send the decks, check in on time, and play and give yourself a chance to be one of the players we cast with Hyped. Okay, so Handlock is out.
Yeah.
Patron is still there, but still having a good chance versus Druid and versus Paladin.
Yeah, plus that was Patron's worst matchup in this lineup. He's definitely going to pick up a Patron win against this Druid and the other Paladin, but he's probably a little sad that he let the Handlock get a win, because he does have that Druid that needs to find a win. Okay, so this is this the Dragon Druid with the Ancient of War in it?
No, this is the normal one.
The
Eldritch
normal
is
one,
playing
okay.
Dragon Druid.
Okay.
Well, acted.
So Ancient of War is a pretty good card against Patron, but it's not good enough on its own. So he's going to need some Harrisons, some Oozes, stuff like that to win this matchup, I think.
So you mulligan away, right? You just mulligan to get the Wild Growth.
Yeah, pretty much. Eldritch's hand is pretty bad so far, but Shoop's hand isn't great either.
Yeah, it seems like Eldritch is lacking draw. Like one of the, you basically want to draw. This is a combo deck. You want to cycle the cards, get those acolytes, get battle rages. He didn't get anything. He just got slow. Start with the minions, which is okay. It's like it's better to get the armor smith early than later. Dev's Bite is great, but still. Normally, this matchup is pretty good for Green Patron. If Patron is able to get the Patron.
Yeah, sometimes you just win with Death's Bite and a Rage Patron on 5. But without that, it's going to have trouble. But it's going to get some nice tempo off the free Corsair, which I'll probably play right here.
Yeah.
And they can draw 3 off the 2 immediately off the Acolyte, and then 3 eventually.
True.
Might get silenced.
Acolyte is a massive draw.
Yeah, going to get a ton of free armor too.
Oh man. That's a pretty good start now. Suddenly, with that Acolyte. So what can Druid do to win this matchup? Because when there's a lot of patrons, you can't do anything. A swipe is really bad.
Yeah, you need to get ahead on board early and start pressuring damage. And they actually don't have... See, normally without the Armor Smiths, they don't have Belchers, normally maybe 1. And they don't have things like Shield Block and Shield Slam, so they actually don't have that much HP. So all of a sudden, if you have an okay start, and then all of a sudden you just charge them with the Druid of the Claw on turn 5, all of a sudden they're like already in combo range. They die, they're pretty fragile. But he's going to draw 3 off the Acolyte right now. Or, yeah, 3, full 3. Probably leave it alive at 1 HP. Looks like he wants the extra armor.
I would definitely draw 2 cards here. I think...
Yeah, it seems a little bit risky to let that Acolyte get silenced with this board.
Yeah, and his hand is also lackluster, so just use the Inner Rage first. Like, even before playing the Ghoul, I would use the Inner Rage on Acolyte, and then attack with the Death's Bite to get the second card.
Yeah, he could have picked up a Battle Rage if he did this without the Ghoul.
So apparently he's going to keep the Inner Rage.
Yeah.
Keeping Inner Rage is showing that he really values the Green Patron, and he hopes to draw it without the extra help. So that's the combo. Like, you play Green Patron, you Inner Rage 1, you Whirlwind, and then you have 4, which is super tough to deal with.
Definitely.
Tori's on 5, hitting 6 mana crystals. Pretty sick. Might be not enough though.
Loves that armor. Okay, I guess an extra 2 armor for 1 HP on everything you play. And he can still afford a battle rage now if he draws into it.
You do in a rage now.
Yeah, if you don't, I mean, you're still gonna get the 3 draws, but if you don't enter rage, you lose your armor smiths basically.
Yeah. You also want the frauding. You want some more cards basically. Taskmaster. Not really doing much. I guess you have to kill Thorisan. So I think you just attack first with the Acolyte
Yeah.
into Thorisan.
I'm not saying what the cool Taskmaster does. Reserves the... Oh, he's gone face. It's a lot of damage.
That makes sense as well. Like if you go aggro, you can go aggro. You have double War Song, so possibly something you will draw something. You still have one more draw from Acolyte anyway. But then I will possibly go for the draws and try to get the combo out. Get those Grim Patrons, maybe get the flooding. Because you have time. Like look at the armor count.
Yeah. He's gonna be really sad to see his double taunt. Not that it's happening this turn, but Belcher and the other taunt.
And that Thorisan staying there for 2 turns is just crazy good.
Yeah, and behind a taunt, that's crazy.
This might be the moment where the Druid is going to stabilize. And no more card draw for Eldritch. He gets an execute. Alright, so he'll be able to deal with the Thorisan. But then he has no combo cards almost. Like double War Song is alright, but then if you can't get charged into anything. Even though it's 9 points of health, it seems low. You have no weapon, no frauding. By the time you get frauding, it might be too late.
Yeah, he's gonna have that Druid of the Cloth taunt down as soon as possible.
Okay, so the situation is not great. What do? You definitely execute the Emperor, and you are going to Whirlwind once.
That was gonna die to Whirlwind, so he had to do that trade anyways.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Pretty weak turn.
Yeah, he might even execute the Belcher. Because he knows he needs to get through.
Oh man, Thorisan for the 3rd turn, that would be...
Yeah.
Imagine those like 4 mana Ancients of Lore. 1 mana Keepers.
And go for the heal. Doesn't need it.
Yeah, he doesn't even need the heal now. There is the Death
he needed
Spite.
cards. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, Death Spite is actually...
Yeah, so maybe he should... Okay, well, next turn he can heal taunt, so I guess he's gonna go with that.
Yeah. But then Death Spite is giving Eldritch a chance at least.
Yeah.
I would not Whirlwind here. I think I would just attack Belcher and armor up.
This plays better with a Grom, but with the 2 War Songs, might have been better to save it.
Maybe he somehow thought that he's going to Whirlwind the Shade. That's why he used Whirlwind first. Because right now he's thinking about the attack, and he had a...
Yeah, the Death Spite, yeah.
It seems like he is distressed. Maybe he miscalculated that and thought that Shade will magically die after Death Spite attack. Alright, so he hopes... Anyway, he is really hoping for the Frauding Berserker here. With the Frauding, he will have 9 mana, so he will be able to play 3 minions, he'll have a Whirlwind effect, and then will be able to attack with the Frauding and the War Song. But now, heal and a Taunt.
Insane.
It is. This is amazing.
It's 12 mana for 8. Pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. So there was the Grom. That would have been lethal, but that's what he... I think when he made his last turn play, he was thinking about Grom. He's like, well, I have Grom lethal. And he gets it, but he can't deal with the heal taunt.
Yeah, like he'll have to attack with the weapon and the Warzone. I guess he has to wait still.
Yeah, nothing combos together here really well.
Just playing anything or attacking is just wasting your resources. So just armor up and pass and hope that you still have time.
Yeah, it's
Is
really
it?
awkward to swing that Death Bite into the bear.
Oh man, if you have like whirlwinds and frauding, he'll be able to win. Just attack into the bear. Obviously play Warsong first. Play the frauding. It's really unlucky that he didn't get the green patron. If he gets patrons, what's happening there? Will he be able to like take
Let's
over
do
the
the
board?
Frothing math, and yeah, Frothing is exactly 14, but he's probably armor up. But with Patron, it might be a little bit better. No, because he can only make one extra Patron.
Yeah, there's nothing with less than 3 attack on board. So this is not lethal for sure because we're looking at 50
Yeah.
plus, but this is looking scary.
Just Wild Growth once, and then Wild Growth once for the draw.
Can he set up lethal for next turn like easily?
Um,
40
not
points
really,
of
not
health?
without a Savage Roar. Be 15 plus 8 is 23, plus another 4. Yeah, he can't. Actually, wait, 37, maybe? Here, you cast everything.
If you want to play super safe, like sometimes Green Patron is running Brawl. It's rare, but it happened before. So if you want to be super safe, you might not actually play the second tone here. I don't know, stuff. Like you can go with Cat. Definitely attack with the Shade, that's correct.
Yeah, he can only do 33 next turn, even if he charges this turn. Okay, so yeah, he's playing around the brawl like you mentioned, I think.
Alright, so
man.
the Fireworks is not going to do much. It's another blank.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's painful. You're totally blocked. Even though you had so much health, you're just going to die to those trees.
Yeah, none of his cards combo together at all.
Oh man, it's just going to Grom. Attack Druid of the Claw. Druid of the Claw blocking 14 points of damage. You might be thinking that he's dead next turn if he doesn't do anything.
He's still... Okay, so next turn combo does 28 plus 7, 35. So I guess he wouldn't be dead to combo, technically. His opponent doesn't have combo anyways, but he lives to combo if he top decks it. So
There's
it's
a
pretty
swipe.
nice.
Well played.
Yeah, well, for Shoop now, it's just swipe the Grimash, set up a taunt, go phase with everything.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it. Is there anything else you want to do?
Nah.
You should have lethal next turn if you do it. So you attack, this turn you attack for 15. And so you put your opponent at what, like 22? And if you have a Druid of a Claw, swipe and Force of Nature in your hand, you definitely have lethal next turn. It's a pretty solid situation, especially after that desperate Druid of the Claw kill. It's like he had to use Grom and
Yeah.
Death Spite to kill a friggin' Druid. Oh man. Acolyte of Pain, Desperation, Charge.
Sit y'all, some executes. Or revenge, maybe? No. Okay.
Bot Rage is drawing him one more card. Green Patron finally, but after all that, this Druid kept to be unbearable for Eldritch. And that will be game number 2 for Shoop.
Yeah, huge
2-0.
victory for Shoop, picking a win off the Patron Warrior with the Druid. Normally a pretty bad matchup. And yeah, like I was saying, now he has the Paladin, which when Patron first came out, Paladin, everyone said Paladin was a free win because you make dudes off their tokens, you get the Frothings, but then Paladin players have told me, they've been like, no. If you know what you're doing, you could be a little more careful and it's okay, but I don't believe him. I think it's still a bad matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Paladin is a bad matchup. It's a great matchup for Green Patron because you have so many whirlwind effects and so much stuff to do. The weapons as well. Like even with Horizon, like even if they destroy your Death Spite, you still have
Yeah, well,
Grimaz and
Shoop's
other
playing the
stuff.
Azure Drake anyways. No Harrison.
All right. I think our players are taking a short break. So I want to remind you guys what we are watching. We're watching One Nation of Gamers Hearthstone Summer Circuit, as you can see on the screen right now. This is just the start. We had an EU qualifier on Saturday. We are casting the finals now. 16 qualifiers in total will be held. And we have an NA qualifier tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, if I remember correctly. $60,000 prize pool total, sponsored by GEICO. You can go to geico.onog.gg to register for the giveaway. There is a sick PC. We're giving it away. Great stats. You can play Hearthstone in it, but you can actually play Witcher free and all the other top tier games and even stream them because it's a pretty good setup. And the whole circuit looks in a way that we are going to have 4 qualifiers. Then after 4 qualifiers, we have a feature tournament. We're going to have 4 feature tournament in total, and then we have the grand finals at PAX Prime at the end of August. It's the LAN, and there is actually no requirements hyped. You can just sign up and play, right? Just no
Cool.
buy-in, nothing.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Are you going to play yourself?
In the live one or in this one? I'm going to play in the online one for sure. I don't know if I'm going to PAX, but I mean, if I qualify for them, yeah, sure.
All right. I'm going to participate as well because it's just a waste not to play in them. They're great. Even in the qualifiers, we have prizes actually. Today, we are playing for 10 GEICO points, 10 Hearthstone World Championships, and $125 for the first place. Second place is getting 9 GEICO points, 5 World Champ points, $75. Third place, 7 GEICO points, 1 Hearthstone World Championship point, and $50. And why are the Hearthstone World Championship points important and hyped? And how much
They are
points
very
do you have?
important for the regional qualifiers. If you have just 2, I believe, you're able to play in the last chance qualifier. If you're the top two, if you're the top 2, you get 2 buys at the regional qualifier, and the top 16 also get 2 buys, or also get 1 buy.
All right, that's definitely true. And I think we have a small technical difficulty right now, so give us some time. We will fix it in a moment and get back to you.
Alright, you see me now?
No. You have to maybe click on the camera, maybe.
Do you, when you join the call, do you click the camera?
I do that, yeah. When I join the call, I click on camera. Welcome back, everybody, to the One Nation of Gamers Hearthstone Summer Circuit, sponsored by GEICO. I'm your host, Nimsh, and I'm joined here by Tempo Hyped. Unfortunately, I believe we lost his camera, but he is still here. So, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, if you can still hear me from this spinning gray vortex.
Yes, I can hear
Awesome,
you, and
perfect.
I
That's
hope our
actually just
viewers.
what I look like now.
Okay,
Yeah, okay, there's a picture of me eating ice cream for you.
that's perfect.
Alright,
All
so we're
right.
looking up the Paladin without Harrison. But the Azure Drake is good in
One
two of
Azure.
those matchups. Technically, yeah. So it's good against Druid. It's worse against Warrior. And if you can hit the Harrison, I mean, if you can hit the Jaraxxus against Warlock, it's good. But here we're going to see it go straight into the Warrior first.
So, Green Patron versus Paladin. Match heavy favored for the Green Patron Warrior.
Wow, that was pretty interesting. He tossed back the Piloted Treader, which is, like, in the Roverse, Patron War is a really good card. He tossed it back, and he already had the muster.
Look at that hand, by the way. This will be the sickest hand versus any other deck. But if there is a single Widow in the fact,
Yeah, plus the fact that he's going to get the Acolyte, and he has the Armor Smith on the board already, so now he can't really... His muster kind of gets killed immediately.
oh man, maybe this is the moment where you go for
Just mustering the
Consecration.
muster.
No, Master is still fine here, and there is the Blessing
Yeah.
of Kings
Okay,
as
that's
well.
pretty
Wow.
good.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So we'll like Shoop needs a bit more Shoop da Whoop to actually win the whole match. But if he does it with this Paladin deck, then he takes it. He takes the win, and he gets qualified for our second round for the
Oh,
future tournament.
that fiery is huge. If he didn't pick up that fiery, then I think Shoop would have just... I mean, I think he might still just double muster, but it would have been... He might have just won off the second muster and a quartermaster. But this fiery is a big deal.
Do you battle rage here, by the way? You can still kill the tokens, but
If he battle rages, then... Oh, man. Do you think Shoop's going to muster if he battle rages? Or he's just going to quartermaster right now? It's pretty intense.
yeah, after battle rage it's super risky with this deck specifically because there
Yeah,
is
that's
plenty of
true.
win.
Probably just get the guaranteed quartermaster.
But then again, you know, like if you don't master now, you will never master again versus patron. Like you have to master and take the risk.
Well, he didn't pick up a whirlwind effect yet, but he still has two more draws for one. Yeah, two more draws for one.
Well, I guess with this you do quartermaster. It's like no questions
Yeah.
asked.
Well, he could have done quarter muster into this second muster into quartermaster, but it's too greedy. But I guess this is about the same anyways. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely sets up a nice board. Even though that 2-5 might be annoying, and if there is a green patron. But then again, it's not the turn where you can green patron and war song. It's still too early.
Yeah, you can see the double Dread Corsair, or just
think
no
it's-
mission one, maybe.
What are you looking for? Like, what is the card you really want facing this? War song, frauding,
The Emperor.
Emperor. Yeah, definitely.
Always
So
the
you
Emperor.
might dig. You might actually dig.
And yeah, especially with that commanding shot. Commanding shot's a little bit expensive with the combos because you have to war song, commanding shot, and creature. But if you can find the Emperor, it makes it a lot easier.
All right, so a draw. There's a Death Spite. Death Spite is nice, but it's not the Emperor yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have to Dread Corsair anymore because he could just double Dread Corsair on his Death Spite turn.
So are you going for execute? Are you afraid of a second quartermaster here?
I'm not sure. What else do you want to execute? You kind of want to execute Belchers in this matchup, I think, right?
Overall, yes, but then you can still kill Belchers with Death Spite, and if you execute now, then again, do you really have to execute? You don't have to execute because you have a 2-4 that's contesting this 3-2.
Choose to play neither of them.
Yeah, just keeping his minions on board is fine. Just pushing with damage. He has a lot of burst, actually. Oh man, this is a paladin, but he is packing some serious Shoop Dawoop. This is 5, 9, plus 6. Okay, maybe not 6 next turn, but plus 4 with the Blessing of Kings.
Nice.
13 points of damage.
We're gonna see the double Corsair though, I think. Maybe block some damage. Although it's not that great. You kind of feed one into the True Silver. And the other one, it doesn't die to the Quartermaster, but it's not good either. Oh, but he's gonna pick up some armor.
Yeah, at this point you have to. There is a Belcher, which will be pretty important later. But what do you do this turn? Do you go for this, for the Blessing? There is a risk of execute.
I don't think it does much more than a Drake or Belcher.
Like normally I would probably go with the Knife Juggler and Master after the attack. But not with Armorsmith.
Yeah, it makes it super annoying. Plus he's got the Death Spite about to pop anyways.
Oh yeah, true.
I think you can just feed the Drake right into the Death Spite.
That might be the best. Like you don't want to feed the Sludge Belcher to the Death Spite, and you can always draw a card from the Drake. But Eldritch definitely stopped this advance of Paladin.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to stop it, yeah. But it was pretty cool to see Shoop have like a really nice lead like that, or start like that. So it's going to be like a pretty even game at least, instead of just getting rolled over by Patron. The Sylvanas might do a lot of work.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, especially because Eldritch doesn't have the key cards yet. He doesn't have that much draw potential, only the commanding shout that he'll have to shout out to Sky.
The employee.
Nice. That was a nice shout out.
What now?
This is the way the players can communicate with us.
Nice. There's like at least a 10-minute delay. It's communication nonetheless.
That's true. So I was saying that Eldritch is lacking Warsong or Frauding. But then again, he has the Patron. What do you think? Maybe Azure Drake is added to those decks for the spell damage. Azure Drake, Consecration on 9.
Yeah, so doing concentration on 9. Reasonable.
Maybe people should start playing Falnus in Paladin decks.
Maybe. Unfortunately, it's not enough that there's the frothing on the board. You just buff up the frothing. Okay, so how does he deal with this?
I don't think he can. It's like he is missing 1 point of mana to get only one dwarf.
Alright, Sylvanas has to work a miracle.
How much
It's
damage is it?
25 damage.
Wow,
25.
see 1 damage is lethal? Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's
You
annoying.
just do it, and then you fire your next turn or something? Or
I
just,
guess. Like, your opponent will have to clear the board and heal at the same time.
yeah, it's pretty difficult.
Or kill you. But you're at 23. You'll be at 24 after Inner Rage.
It's funny, Eldritch is like the guy that always goes face against handlock with his weapons, and now he's like afraid to do it here.
True.
Or hesitant, I should say.
Well, that's his playstyle, and he's going to kill Sylvanas. This might actually give an opportunity. Oh wow, stealing
It's
armor
even more
smith.
patience. Now he has the freedom to drop the Emperor. Nice.
Yeah, but then again, can this board be cleared? Yeah, I think it's you can leave one patron, and you still have a lot of health. You just threw silver consecration this. You consecration first, and then you kill one.
Oh no, you can run your armor smith in because it won't multiply because the
Oh
board's
yeah. You basically can have a full. You only leave Thorison on board. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'll just might be regretting leaving that one armor smith up.
Eldritch is like, whoa, seriously, you have it?
Yeah. Still 6 off lethal. Oh, plus he can put the weapon on. He's only 3 off. He's gonna get the tree silver heal. So he'll be about 5 off next turn, I think. If he goes all in.
Okay, Warsong doesn't do much here. So I guess you just go for it. You close your eyes, and this time there is no choice. Just keep attacking.
I guess, yeah. My math is off. He'll be at 6.
So if Shoop is able to clear the board, can he even? He needs a BGH, right? Oh wow, he got a BGH. Look at this.
A good call, Nimsh. Alright,
No,
so I can't quite BGH Owl Belcher, so I guess it's just gonna be the BGH.
I've got the beast in my
I
sack.
think BGH Vulture is super good here. Even heal. And right now, like, Eldritch needs something. Acolyte is nice. He will be able to draw the card.
He can actually swing on the front half of the Belcher and then draw off the ooze. I think I would do that.
You might do it, but also if you draw into a 2-drop, you win.
Oh, it's true.
So you attack here. If you draw a 2-drop, you would just win there. And
Or that.
yeah, that's also enough. Okay. All right. So Eldritch, by the skin of his teeth, is going to take the well, not series, but the game.
That's the win with this.
It's still fighting.
It's kind of struggling. Okay.
So again, the question: can Paladin win? Like, Shoop just needs to win with the Paladin, and if he does, he takes the series. He is our champion of the EU qualifier. But if he can't, if Paladin loses 2 more games, he will be second. Can he win with the Paladin?
It's generally pretty favored against Druid. We saw somebody pick up a Druid win earlier with Emperor into double lore, but Eldritch's Druid is actually way different. So it's the Nefarian Druid. Nefarian against... I haven't Nefarian that many Paladins, so I don't know the average, but most Paladin spells are pretty expensive. Paladin in general has like some of the highest class quality cards. So I have to imagine Nefarian's going to be really good. And the Nyxia might be a pain because you can't Aldor it, so we'd have to have the Consecrate for a Nyxia. Okay, but he got the Handlock first anyways.
Unfortunately for us, we want to see the Dragon Druid, but this match might be interesting as well. I'm favoring the Handlock though.
Now, we thought he played Azure Drake and not Harrison, but it looks like he plays Harrison as well. But it shouldn't really come into play this matchup unless the Draxus comes down.
All right, so let's evaluate the hands. What do you think about Handlock first? He is missing the Twilight
It's pretty
Drakes.
weak. Yeah, against Paladin, I kind of want the Twilight Drake the most. And if not that, a Hellfire to deal with those like aggressive pushes. Looks like Shoop's not going to be making an aggressive push, but Eldritch doesn't know that he doesn't have the Quartermaster, and he could pick one up in 2 turns anyways. So I'd be a
that's
little
true.
scared.
And there is like no AoE, yeah, so...
The Zombie Chow was a little late.
You still play it though.
Yeah.
All right, so just stopping, trying to get there. A bit nervous for sure. If he loses this game, he loses the match.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is so weird right now with those paladins being super aggressive.
Yeah, so he's really threatening a Quartermaster here. So Eldritch might feel like the need to do something weird with like Dark Bombs, or he could just go with the Belcher.
Yeah, it seems like the game is over for him.
Okay,
But there
this
is a
Drake. That makes it
Quartermaster.
easier.
He actually picked a Quartermaster.
Oh man, that's huge. I think Eldritch will go with the Drake here. And so he's going to take
12.
16 damage with the weapon, so
Oh,
if
with
he
the
chooses
weapons.
to.
Yeah.
He's got
Then
the,
again,
the
he
Game
has-
Hunter ready for the Molten Giant. He has the Aldar Peacekeeper ready. He just has to deal with the Belcher.
With the Giant, he has the BGH as well. Wow.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
Dark Bombs aren't going to do much, and Eldritch's hand is really weak. But he does have double Sun Fury. It's going to be hard to kill.
But on the other hand, like Hype, do you think there is any worth in taking the risk and not killing 2 dudes with Dark Bombs? I think at this point, with your hand is decent. Like you have Belcher on 5. Maybe you just coin Belcher here.
Looks like he's considering all these options. Like, yeah, I thought the Drake was fine, but he's really thinking them all over. Looks like he's going to go with the Drake.
That would be so painful. And then we're going to see Molten taunt, and he's just going to die, kind of. He's
Yeah.
just crossing his fingers that there is no Quartermaster, but the Quartermaster comes. 2 arms, man. So much damage. Oh, he actually killed the Drake? Oh, because he's afraid of the Shadow Flame next turn.
Yeah. It
Makes
works out.
sense? Yeah.
I think with the... Because he doesn't have the equality, right? He has the Aldor and the Big Game Hunter, so he wants to see threats just one at a time. He doesn't want to see multiple at a time.
That's true. Look at that Hellfire off the top into Molten Giant, but then there is this
But he can
BGH.
go in the Dark Bomb. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. Yeah, the BJ is just gonna hurt. So now what does he taunt then? He has to taunt the Ancient Watcher next turn, that's it. His Sun Furies are gonna go to waste, I guess.
Oh wow, Dr. Boom on 7. So right now you do BGH and just play mini bots, go for face.
Oh, this is a quick end for Eldritch. Let's see if he can swing it back. Okay, so he can taunt up that, or he can taunt up a Watcher and just Dark Bomb. Or he could Belcher coin Dark Bomb. Actually, I like that the best.
Do you think you really have to taunt up? You've seen True Silver. You know there's a second one and the Blessing of Kings somewhere, but it's not like there's any other burst.
He has no
Can you
creatures
gamble?
anyway, so he wants to play... okay, so you're saying maybe play the Drake here, but I think the Belcher is like almost as good as the Drake in terms of quality, not counting the taunt. So you may as well take the taunt, I think.
So just Belcher coin Dark Bomb instead of Drake
I think
Dark
so.
Bomb.
Definitely Dark Bomb and then see what you want to do next. Looks like he wants to go with the Belcher.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Belcher saves you lots of health, and also those minions do not contest Belcher on their own. Shoop will need something more to go for it. And you still have that Drake, which will have considerable health next turn, and you can tone it up.
Oh man, yeah, shoot, he's got land hands if he ever runs out of cards.
Oh, Mountain Giants.
I don't know if that's good enough right now.
It's a bit too expensive. Like even if you tap, it'll be for 5. You can. No, yeah, Dr. Boom is just too dangerous. Wow. So what do you do if you want to tone up?
Drake
Shoop or
taunt
tone up?
feels really weak. Yeah, Drake's only going to have 7 HP. So it just dies of Dr. Boom instantly.
I wonder.
And you have no AoE to follow up. But then, all right. So if Drake actually dies to Dr. Boom, maybe you should go with the Watcher and taunt the Watcher, and then just with Dark Boom you'll be able to finish off Dr. Boom.
This plays weird because it's like 2 cards that benefit off more cards. Drake and Mountain Giant are not played. The other cards are played first, and now Drake and Mountain Giant are going to be
Oh
expensive and
man,
weak.
8 to face.
Doesn't even feel bad about throwing that Dr. Boom into the ooze.
Definitely.
Some
Well, Shoop seems to be the one destined to win this tournament with 8 to face at this spot, and we are not going to see the Dragon Druid. It makes me
Man.
sad. Is there anything you can do here?
Right, you
Just taunt
Drake
up.
your taunt up, you got a little bit more time.
Shields up.
You kill the Belcher. So he needs to find Molten Giants fast. He only has 1 left, right? So he needs to find a Molten Giant or Draxus. Draxus might be okay this next turn.
Equality finishes the game if there's one,
Oh yeah.
but I don't think this deck runs any, or maybe one. But still, Eldritch's hand is so bad.
And Shoop's board is just not going to die to AoE now.
for duty.
That's
That
true.
Piloted Shredder.
Alright, Ancient Watcher is a blank. Can he tap into anything? Maybe if he taps into Shadow Flame.
Yeah, Shadow Flame would be really nice. And maybe something bad off the Shredder.
No choice there. Torisan not going to do it. And I believe that's over. Even if he taunts it up, he can easily kill 4-2. Okay, I think that actually is not it yet. Oh, with equality. it should be
Quality.
over. Definitely. Boom just goes for
Yeah,
face.
7 to the face. Unless there's something off the Shredder that somehow hurts him. I don't think so.
Not a possibility. I don't think
Not a
there's
possibility. Yeah, I don't think so
There's
either.
nothing you can. Yeah. All right. So Shoop is our champion. Hyped. He won with Paladin.
He was the guy I was cheering for, not because he was American, just because the tree frog thing. I think. Yeah.
The Tree Frog coming along with our sponsor GEICO, and this is super interesting because we have for the first European qualifier, we have a US player actually taking it. So congratulations, and we'll see how many European players we're going to have at the NA qualifier. But before we close down, I want to remind everyone that you can enter our giveaway for the PC. Great stats, great PC at geico.onog.gg. Just go there, register, and get a quote from Geico, and you will enter the giveaway for that awesome PC. And that was the first qualifier out of many, so definitely check where the qualifiers are being held and when at liquidheart.com. We will have 15 more qualifiers, 7 for Europe, 8 for NA. You just need an NA or EU account. No more requirements. Just get the free decks, register, and check in before they start. $60,000 overall prize pool. Even for the qualifiers, like today, you're getting some Hearthstone World Championship points. A lot of them, actually. Shoop, our winner, is getting 10 points and $125 and 10 GEICO points. And GEICO points are also very important because you accumulate them, and based on the GEICO point count, you are going to get invites, even if you don't win the qualifier. So let's say we have our second place, Eldritch, who didn't qualify for the feature tournament, but he already has 9 GEICO points. If he continues playing, at some point, he might get invited to a feature tournament because he has a lot of GEICO points, and then try to have a chance to get qualified for the grand finals at PAX, which is a LAN. And from our side, I think that's it. What did you think about overall qualifier hype, like the matches that we had today? Did you see anything interesting? What did you like the most?
I did like the Dragon Druid. Sad we didn't get to see it again. I like the Rogue. Sad to see it lose. But outside of that, Shoop played really well. And also want to commend Eldritch's patron play. He kind of got a bad 2 games off the start in the final, but his play in the other game really impressed us with the way he handled the handlock game. It's no frothing, no war song needed, just grim patrons, a lot of swinging to the face. Really like to see that. That was really impressive.
All right, I definitely agree. For me, the Dragon Druid was also the highlight of the day, but we've seen a lot of interesting approaches and anti-patron lineup. So this was an amazing evening for me, and I hope we do more of them. So thank you so much for watching. A big shout out to our sponsor GEICO, to ONOG helping us, our production team, and from me, from Hyped. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.